Hey, how are you out there in online land? It's Mary Bicknell, and welcome to the Life and Biz Variety Show, where we're going to be bringing you a variety of breakthroughs and how-tos so that you can have freedom. Because, baby, it's all about freedom. Time freedom, emotional freedom, financial freedom, so that you can do whatever the hell you want, whenever you want it. Because that's why you started your business, isn't it? Freedom, baby. So today's topic is juicy. And it's a taster. We're going to get into doing a taster, and we'll build on this at another variety show for you so that you can get something today, bam, that you're going to implement. Like after you watch this, you're going to implement it. So sounds good to give me some hearts. And this is the thing. If you know someone who's really kind of struggling to come up with marketing, or they're wondering what to say at that chicken luncheon, then, share it with them. Share it with them. So I want to give out a shout out to all my replay people. Thank you so much. I know not everybody can show up at noon on a weekday, Pacific time, noon Pacific time. So thanks for watching. Let me tell you what we're going to talk about today. How to steal marketing copy legally. Okay, legally, so that your perfect clients or customers, they just come running to you. They come running to you because they're psyched. They're excited. They know that you get them, right? So this is also going to help you, the tips I'm going to be sharing today, with content creation. Because I know that some of you out there are thinking, well, what's marketing copy? What is copy? What about content creation? Everything I teach you and everything I do when I work with the clients is to make sure that everything that you do overlaps, because I don't want to waste your time. So let's get to the truth here about marketing copy and why you need to get good at it and steal it legally. You're great at what you do. I bet you're so freaking fantastic at what you do. I mean, the world needs to know about you, right? You're so great at it, but you totally suck at marketing. So let's just remove the emotion of that for a second and get into reality. You must master marketing. See, the business women that I work with, they're brilliant, but they don't like, AKA, I'm going to tell you, they hate marketing because they don't know what to say. Maybe this is you. You don't know what to say, or you worry about being salesy, or you really don't fully 100% get your target market, your what I call your perfect ideal client or customer, right? You don't really get it. And let me tell you, if you don't know who the hell you're talking to, then you're just white noise. So let's say this again. You have to be crystal clear, like laser zooming in on who your ideal person is, or else, you know what, you might as well not even open your mouth. You're just going to be white noise, and it's just going to sound like every other Joe out there. But I know you've got something big and bold to say, but you might be stuck, right? Stuck in your head. Because I want to reiterate, you're great at what you do. You're brilliant and expert at what you do. But the marketing piece, which it's like a clunk on the head when I work with my clients, and I'm like, your number one job really is to be a master marketer. And they're like, but Mary, I really love working with my clients. I love working with my clients too, but if I don't know how to find them, or actually my job, your job is to show up so they can find you. You find them, they find you. And I know it can be a little overwhelming. And a lot of times we don't do the marketing because we're afraid that we're going to say the wrong thing. We're afraid to be visible. We're afraid to show up. And I totally can relate, because I feel like that too, whether I'm speaking to you like this live, or whether I'm standing on a stage. There's something about being human and recognizing that, boy, when we show up, like, eyes are out there, they're judging us. They're thinking what they're thinking. And the reality is they're thinking that shit anyhow. So let it go. Let it go. You do your thing. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to prove how we can make this just a little bit easier. Marketing a little bit easier. So I'm going to give you 8 places to find the perfect marketing language for your business. And maybe you're just not even aware how to look. 5 tips on grabbing people's attention so they're going to be jumping up and down wanting what you got. You need to have this as a concept. As we move forward today, I want you to remember this. You want to make people think that you're like a voyeur into their life, and that they are, see, look, I could be like all worried that you're judging me because my mic dropped. You want them to think that you're peering into their world, you're peering into their mind. That's your job. Your job is to tell them, show them, articulate, write that you got them. That's what they want. This is why we hire people. This is why I hire people. This is why I've hired consultants. I want you to think about how you have hired consultants, how you have hired people in your business to support you. Because they said something or they showed you that they totally get you, right? So the goal is no more being stressed out. We're going to lighten up already. We're going to learn how to steal some marketing concepts here, all legally. And I'm going to show you a couple different industries where you can see copy that might be similar to you. I want you to see the similarities when I give you these examples, that you say, oh my God, there's almost like a formula to this. Ooh, there is a formula. That's why you're not really stealing it. You're not really stealing it. It's just learning. It's just a skill, learning the skill of marketing. So one day you may hire a copywriter or a marketing guru. I totally get that. But I believe that too many people are selling the wrong thing out there. They're selling this. Farm it out, delegate it out, hire it out, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's all good. I'm definitely about saving time. But the truth is, if you don't know your own voice, it's really hard to convey that to somebody, a copywriter. I've heard too many stories where people have just lost thousands of dollars because they've hired somebody to market for them when they haven't gotten it 100% solid, or even like 90% solid, 75% solid who they are. And of course, there's a lot of brilliant copywriters out there, but most people, don't know where to look. And the small business owners that I have really need to learn how to articulate it. So my goal is that you have 100% confidence going out in the world and showing up, being you. Amen. Can I get an amen? And you know what? I want to tell you, everybody that's watching on the replay, if you're typing in a question, I come back and I will personally answer every single question that you have. So for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Mary Bicknell. I'm the creator of the Big Bold Life and Biz method, where I teach women business owners how to develop a bigger business, both online or off, because it's all about time freedom for me. So, there's no set time to these shows. It's when they're done, they're done. So if they're done in 10 minutes, great. If they're done in 35 minutes, because I'm going to be interviewing people, great. And I talk fast, so listen fast, because I want to just give it to you. No more mama guilt is the goal. No more poor self-care. It's time to be you, free to be you. So I used to be a psychotherapist, and I always have my tea when I'm talking, so grab a cup of tea. I used to be a psychotherapist and a sales trainer, and I've literally helped thousands of people over the last 20 plus years, 20 something years, have a better life. And you know why I started my business? I started my business because I didn't want to work for anyone anymore who was dumber than me. I don't care how that sounds, dumber than me, I didn't want to dummy down. I didn't want to keep going to work and having that guy show up who I thought, shit, he's in charge of when I get paid, how much money I make, when I get to go to the bathroom. No. So I created a business that allowed me to have a few days off a week, that I could have time with my daughter, River. How many of you are moms out there? Hello, give me some hearts. You're a mom. You want to spend time with your kid, or you've got a dog. You want to walk your dog. You want to go to yoga. And the cool thing is now my husband's involved in the business. I really started working with women years ago to help them make more money, because I believe when you have financial freedom, you can create the lifestyle that you want, right? And that's what we're doing today. So, okay, let's jump right in. So this is it. You need to send out emails to people. Okay, let me back up. I have been doing some research just in the last couple of weeks as I've been prepping for this. Now, I already know my own research with my clients, but I've been actually going out into my community. I've been reaching out to people online, and I've been asking them, like, how often are you communicating with potential clients? How often are you writing a sales page? How often are you marketing? The sad truth is like 90% of them are doing jack crap. Nothing. They're doing nothing, or they're randomly doing something. There's no thought in it. And to me, what that means is you're not connecting with your ideal client. And I get it, because you're busy doing, putting out fires, thing to thing to thing, and where are you going to have time, all of that. But I also know that if you don't understand a little bit more about how to market, you are going to feel frustrated because you're sitting behind your computer, you're staring at that blank screen, and shit, before you know it, you're like over on Pinterest or on YouTube, and that's not going to make the money that you need. That's not going to attract the clients that you need to have the life that you want. Stop wasting time doing that crap and learn how to do this. So I know you totally get it. So this is the truth. Maybe you've been a voyeur to other people in your industry. I know this is a conversation I have all the time. Amen, right? You're looking at everyone else and seeing what they are doing, when in reality, you're not learning how to do it yourself. So no more beating yourself up, all right? No more saying, I don't have time. No more saying, I don't have, I'm too busy. That's a bunch of BS. So we're going to jump right in. I want to give you 8 starting places. Now listen, I want you to repeat after me. Done is better than perfect. Done is better than perfect. I want you to also listen to this. I can't say the wrong thing to the right person or the right thing to the wrong person. Doesn't that feel better? Say it yourself. I can't say the right thing to the wrong person and the wrong thing to the right person. And that is one of the things that's going to help you eliminate some of the stress around marketing. All right. This is not about plagiarism. This is my lawyer talk. This is not about plagiarism. This is not about copying exactly what someone else is doing. I know of people who literally had their logos copied. No, this is about understanding what's happening within your industry and understanding how things are formulated. And I'm going to share some actual formulas at the end of this so that you can go ahead and have them. And the truth is, you need to speak in your words. You need to show up like you. Because if you put something out there in copy, so this is a bonus tip you got to remember. If you're putting something out there and you're just like trying to say it the way you think it should be said because you're nervous about really showing up as the big, bold, badass you, or you're copying exactly and cutting and pasting and putting on your website, guess what's going to happen? When those clients show up, they bought somebody else. They didn't buy you and your great ideas. They didn't buy you and the way you speak and the way you handle yourself and the way you go about teaching them whatever it is that you're going to teach them, whatever it is that you're selling them. And they're going to feel screwed. They're going to feel taken advantage of. They're going to feel lied to. And then guess what? You have become one of those pushy salespeople that's just selling a load of crap. So I know it can be scary sometimes to show up like you because you don't want to make a mistake. I get it, but don't do it. Instead, just become a detective and understand how people buy, right? Understand those formulas. All right, ready? Okay, you're going to be shocked at how simple some of this stuff is. So get ready. 8 places to find perfect marketing language for your business. Covers of magazines. I know that sounds odd, but I want you to look at this. They have spent thousands of dollars. The editors, the magazines have spent thousands of dollars during doing research on what's current. In other words, they are putting out there stuff they know people want to hear. Why is that good for you? If you find an industry-specific magazine, and I've got a stack here I'm going to show you, just to give you some great examples. First of all, you got to know who your ideal client is, is your target market, because some of this, the language, the actual words that I'm going to show you on these magazines may not be applicable. However, the formula for the way they're writing it is the thing you get to steal. How they're putting the words together. So let me give you a really simple example. Real simple. Now, shit, I did not know that this was the demographic. Look at this. Great hair at any age. Oh, I thought it said gray. Well, that's why I got my reading glasses on. So this is for who? For the woman who wants to do things simply. For the woman who is saying like, oh, I want everything like natural. This is not for, the girl who is not caring about the environment. All natural cleaning. Fast, cheap, effective. Okay, so what's the formula right there? What's the marketing copy, the way that they put it together? All natural cleaning. So what does your ideal perfect client want? Maybe she wants to lose 25 pounds. Fast, cheap, effective. Fast, easy, right? What does your client want? What's their number one problem they have that they want a solution to? Here you go. 5 things never to do when you're tired. What could you say about this in your industry? So with my business, as a business consultant, I could say things like 5 things never to do when you're trying to close a deal. 5 things never to say to a prospective client. 5 things never to, what else? 5 things never to forget when you hire a new staff member, something like that. What about this? Great hair at any day. Help your daughter love her life. What else have we got? Here's Prevention Magazine. I went to the library. Yeah. Detox your life. Again, boom, boom, boom. Do you notice something? Okay, pay attention. Do you notice how these are the same? All natural cleaning, detox your life. Get to the point. What does somebody want? Get slimmer, feel better, look younger. Fast, cheap, effective. Marketing strategies are everywhere. You just have to start being a student of how to market your product. Chiropractor, have a bad back, have a better back. Fast, fluid, stretching. I don't know, whatever a bad back would look like. Here you go, Red Book. What's the market for Red Book? It's like middle-aged women, right? The ultimate anti-aging guide. Beauty advice to use now and forever. Okay, so what if you were a health coach? The ultimate lose weight guide. The ultimate sleep better guide. What about this one? 10 money tips that make life easier. Look at the formula. 10, a number, boom, boom, boom. I'm going to give you some of the formulas at the end. Let me give you a couple more because I really want you to get this. 5 secrets for a good long life. Well, shit, don't you want to know what's the secret to a good long life? Rethink weight loss, get some good sleep. It doesn't even matter what they are. Here's one, asking a question. Is your child sick or just faking it? So here's an article that gives you complaints or questions. So what would be a good question? Is your business slow? Or have you just not found enough clients yet? What is your house tired and boring? Is beige your favorite color? How to have a fresh, exciting, vibrant new home? Whatever. Can you see if you just kind of riff on it and play on it? What's one more that I have here? 3 summer training troubles. Okay, so what have I given you? Something from a dog magazine, something from a parenting magazine. We've got Red Book, we've got Real Simple, we've got parenting guides. They are all using the same formula. Number 1, they're using similar formulas, but number 2, they're talking about what's current. So if you riffed off of that, if you're like, well, let me look and see what's been written lately in Red Book all about health and nutrition, if you're a nutrition person, how could you play on that? So can you see how you can steal marketing ideas and marketing copy and really turn it into your own language? That's your goal. How about that? How about a heart for that? How simple is that? Right? You like that? What about doing some market research? Now, if I talk to one more person who says they've never done market research, literally 96% of the people that I've talked to lately, I told you I was doing my own market research for today, have said they've never done any market research. Now, I'm going to share with you some questions about how to do some market research and what to ask.
Because that might be like, well, God, I don't even know what to ask. So whether you're starting out, whether you're up leveling, maybe you've plateaued. You know, a lot of my clients, they've plateaued and they're at a certain income, but they're working all the time. And so what I do is I come in and I examine their business and we come up with a strategy so that they can work less. But part of this might be doing some market research to figure out what's a new leg to their business. What's a new revenue stream that could be possible? What is it that their current clients might even want? Because hello, that is where you have tons of copy right there. So I'll give you some questions here in a minute. Number 3, another place, Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, whatever kind of forums, whatever kind of chat arenas that you can go into that are in your industry or on your topic. Go in there and don't just be a voyeur sniffing around looking. Hell no. Go in there, write down what are the common questions that people are asking and try and answer them. Practice being visible. This is what I say. Practice really being visible. Number 4, type in how to and put your industry in it. Look in Google, look in YouTube, look in a variety of search areas. What are the results? What things are coming up? Number 5, this is something that's simple to do that, like most people haven't even heard of how to do it, is set up some Google alerts. Set up some Google alerts so that you can stay current. Now, let me give you another tip. I'm going to be sharing on how to do speaking and get speaking gigs. Let me tell you what you can type in there and have as Google alerts. And you have to put it in quotation marks, but it says, call for speakers, quote. Check that out. It's going to be good for you, I promise. That's a to-do today. What about creating a survey for current clients? Create a survey, because when you ask those questions, and especially when you can send it to them anonymously, they are going to give you the exact words that are their pain points. Before you start working with clients, give a questionnaire. Now, I always do this, and this is really fantastic because all the answers to the questions, number 1 is it makes a better connection for the two of us. And so then when they have their VIP day, boy, boom, we're getting right down to it. But also I have compiled, here's a tip. I have compiled not only the surveys of my current clients, but compiled their pre-work questions, the work that we've done together, because that's when they're still in their pain place. That's when they're still in that place of like, oh my God, I really need some help doing this thing. They're much more in tune with the pain that they're having. And then of course we work together to have the solution. Does that make sense? Can you understand that? Who's feeling that? Let's get some, high fives. Oh, cool. Yes. What else is happening? And so here's the last thing, and here's one, and there's so many more, but testimonials. You know, you want to have that before and after. Those are great things. You can send out a testimonial, and this is how it looks. You know, hey, Sally, this is Mary Bicknell. I would love to get a little testimonial from you about the work that we've done. And then what you can do, because you ask them beforehand, I remember when we first started, these were your main issues. Bing, bing, bing. You were tired. You were working all the time. You missed out on your Thanksgiving dinner with your kid. The last time you had a date, you don't even remember. Forget asking about sex. You never go to yoga anymore, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to list some things out. And now I know after we work together, we've doubled your income. By the way, that's a big thing for me, helping them double their income. You're working less. You actually take off on Fridays now, and you feel like you're revived on the weekend to spend time with your family instead of being exhausted. Can you see how now using those words and then putting that out into the world, it's so much easier to market? You want to use people's exact words. Also, coming up, I'm going to do a training all on closing the deal, how to get the sale. It's learning how to use people's exact words. You know, remember, people are paying for transformations. So look at the language that they're using, okay? Let me give you a couple tips to grab people's attention. Let me give you a couple. Let me give you a couple other questions to ask in market research. Let me do that first. Ready? Get ready to write these down. And you know what? If you can't keep up and you can't write them down, just pop me an email, mary@marybicknell.com, Or do it in your Facebook Messenger. Type out a question. I will totally answer it for you. Or put it right down here in the comments and I'll pop it back. So here you go. Ready? Here are some of the words to use to find out. So ask your clients and ask for the market research. So what are some of your goals? What is it that you really want? What keeps you up at night at 2 a.m.? Or you could say it a different way. Do you ever wake up in the middle of the night worrying? What do you worry about? What's the biggest fear that you have? What's your biggest, boldest dream? What do you really want? If you could have anything in your business, what would that look like? If you could have anything in your life, what would that look like? How much time are you working? So for me, my business is all about helping people save time, become freedom. It's all about freedom, right? And how I equate having a big, bold life in business about having freedom. Time freedom to do whatever the hell you want, whenever you want to do it. Financial freedom, right? Never worrying about money, and emotional freedom, meaning that you're not stressed out. So you're not worried about your business, because that's horrible. And you want to ask other questions like, how are you pricing things? How do you price your business? What's your business plan? How do you execute your plan? Are you 100% confident with selling? What's your close ratio? How are you attracting clients? So these are the questions that I ask because I'm a business strategist. For you, they might sound a little different. Let's say that you're a chiropractor. You might say, how frequently does your back hurt? With you having back pain, how does this interfere with your life? What are you missing out on in your life? Now, can you understand that if you were a chiropractor and you were marketing how to have that you can help somebody have a richer life by helping them with their back? Once you find out what people are missing, well, I can't play with little Bobby anymore in his baseball. I can't do this. Oh my God, I feel old and creaky when I get up. Can you see that if you put it on your website, like how to stop feeling old and creaky so that you can play with Bobby more often? People are going to be like, oh my God, that's exactly how I feel. Ready? Here are 5 tips on grabbing people's attention so they're jumping up and down. So sometimes you might not even know what the problems are. And this is the kind of thing that you need to keep like right in front of you all the time. I want you to write down 20 things that you see as common problems or issues that your perfect ideal client has. Like, what are the common things? And maybe it's not 20. Maybe it's only 5. Maybe you work specifically with people who are like have 20 to 30 pounds to lose. That's your like niche. That's your little nugget. Okay. But there's all kinds of other things that are problems related to that. Try to really press it out. Try and get that feedback from clients. You try and think of it. Come up with a lot of them. Now, next to each one of those, number 2 is next to each one of those problems, I want you to write out your solution. For example, what I might write out is a problem with a client might be they're working too hard. They're not having enough time. So I can write out, I help clients create a simple plan to put on autopilot so their perfect clients can find them. Or I work with clients to have more free time so they can hang out with their kids. Or my clients say maybe they don't want to be pushy. I'm afraid to be pushy in my sales conversations. I would say something like, I can provide a simple sales script so that you don't come off pushy. Okay, so you're writing out the common problems. You're writing out your solution to each one of those problems. Okay, so once you've written it out, I want you to now analyze it. Number 3 is really turn it into sales copy, into marketing language by focusing on what's the result. What's the true result that they're getting? Then when you're writing the copy, I want you to think about return on investment. There's 3 things, and we're going to do a deep dive on another breakthrough or another variety show so that you can really understand return on investment. But it's about time, emotion, and money. How are you helping them with that? So for me, I might say how to close more sales without being salesy. Or 2 simple questions every biz owner should use on their sales calls. Or how close 8 out of 10 clients without being pushy. Number 4, use your exact language. So what do you sound like? So maybe if I sounded differently, I could be like, how to close sales like a badass so you can make shit tons of money. Well, I don't sound like that. That's not how I talk. So I'm not going to put that on copy, but you might. Or, how to stop feeling fat so that you can feel sexy on your wedding day. Lose 10 pounds now. Okay, so say it the way you would be talking to one of your clients. Say it that way. Because another way I wouldn't say it is how to enroll your perfect client with grace and ease. That's not how I talk. Number 5, be honest. You need to sell them what they want and give them what they need. Stop minimizing what you do. So frequently, and it's really crushing, is that the conversations that I have is that as women, we minimize our skills. We minimize how effective we can be with our clients because for us, it comes easily. And then we have a struggle with putting a value on it or really making a quote, a claim. And that's why you need to write down what you do and the solution. Your client has the pain. You are the solution. So here's just a couple little formulas, right? Just like what's on here on these magazines. Ready? So the how-to headline, right? So I might say how to close more sales so you can have the money and time to do whatever you want. The how-to, right? So the result that you want so you get the freedom or the pleasure or the solution, right? Problem, solution. Result, solution. What about this one? It's the kind of like, if you did this, then you would get this. So what about this one? If you're struggling to close more sales, then you need this sales script. That's easy. And actually, I think I have something like that out there. Or a transformation. How many of you love a before and after? Give me a high five. Give me a yes. I'd love it. How about this? How to overcome a challenge or a problem and then get to results. So how to overcome feeling scared to talk to people and close more sales more often. You can figure these out with your copy. That's the goal, is that you're using some of your words. Okay, so we've got the how-to, the if-then, the transformation, one, and like I like this one, the bam, get it done one, like lose 20 pounds in 20 days. Or what about this one? I like this one. If X, Y, and Z, then A, B, and C. Ready? If you sleep 8 hours, you'll have better sex. I'm just making these things up because clearly that's not part of it. For me, I'm not teaching about sleeping more. But how effective would that be? Sleep it out 8 hours, get better sex. Somebody's going to want to read that. Don't forget some of the steps, right? We looked at a couple of these magazines that had 5 steps to this, 10 steps to that. What about this? 3 easy steps to find more clients. What about this one? How I went from hearing 35 no's in a row to closing my first $70,000 month. That one's real, by the way. What about this? Killing a myth. I like to call these myth killers. Working hard all day isn't going to make you more money. I feel like there's a rap in that, like working hard all day. So there you go. A variety of breakthroughs and how-tos so that you can have the freedom that you want. So thanks for joining me today. Put those into place. Send me an email. Put some comments there. I want to hear and I want to see how this has made a difference for you. So coming up, systems are sexy. We're going to talk all about ROI. We're going to talk about how you keep leaving money on the table. You leave so much money on the table. Why is that? Are you being stingy? So I'm going to give you 3 things that how to scoop up more of that cash. We're also going to talk about, have you ever fired a client? 4 types of clients, how to figure out who to keep, who to seek, and who to fire. So I'll see you next time. Here's Mary Bicknell signing off on the Live and Biz Variety Show. See you next time.